my name is Tamar. I am the owner of Winnie Hazel Natural Beauty. We specialize in locks, everything locks, starter locks, micro locks, you name it, interlocking, so on and so forth.
Give me your authentic, give me your 100% not diluted feedback on things.
Everything has worked out perfectly fine. Like everything on this end with the, platform and everything, with the messaging and everything like that, everything has worked out just fine. Even, after changing, especially after changing it, after, asking them to send the pictures and things like that, asking them specific questions, it's kind of cut down on a lot of back and forth, a lot of fluff. And so that has been fine. It's just been mainly the type of people that it's attracting is more so, I guess, something that they can't do is the issue. Because they can do like, retwisting. I don't know if you're familiar with like interlock, what I was doing in that video. So they can do that, but they can't do like full on fixing locks and things like they can do starter locks and things like that, but they can't do like reconstruction and surgery. They can't do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so tell me about the situation that you were in before we had officially started. What inspired it?
What inspired me to kind of see
reach out?
Okay. I had seen an ad about the service and I was hooked immediately. I was like, I need this help to get clientele for my other stylists, to build up their books and that kind of thing and bring them some income and that kind of thing. And so that's kind of what drew me to this service.
Got it. And so you had your book was pretty solid, right?
Correct.
But
yes.
Got it. And then, okay, cool. And so I guess tell me then about like the beginning stages, like was in terms of communication, in terms of like technical things that you had to kind of get familiar with. Like, was it a mountain that was too tall to climb? Tell me about the beginning process, the pre-launch.
The beginning process wasn't too difficult, as far as like filling out the forms and things like that, sending in logos and different various things like that. It wasn't difficult at all. The communication was pretty spot on as far as getting responses back, getting things situated, getting things done. Everything was perfect, smooth, and everything. So that wasn't necessarily an issue. It didn't feel like it was something that was going to be hard to do. And so yeah, that process was good.
Cool. And then now I guess tell me about as things started to develop. Okay.
Yes.
So you said that you were interacting. So you were in a particular package to where tier 1, there's no call center. And so a lot of the leads, the people who have responded, the people who want the appointment, essentially what they do is they come through the funnel and they request it. And then that information gets sent to you.
Yes.
And so tell me about your experience with that. Like, cause I know it kind of developed, it changed a bit over time.
Yes. So at first, it was a little bit overwhelming for me because I was only on the Slack platform where it's like I see everything that was coming through, and I was trying to respond back to everything, even the people that weren't as serious. And so as time went on, you all were able to adjust it to where I only got the people who were truly serious about getting an appointment, and that kind of helped in terms of time management, things like that. It wasn't as stressful to navigate that.
Do you feel like the ads and what was kind of done from a marketing perspective, did you feel like it helped kind of increase the exposure of the salon?
Yes, 100%, 100,000%. Yes, it did.
Got it. And then I guess what made you notice that? Like what makes you say that?
Just based off of even the feedback that we were getting from Facebook on the post. A lot of people were commenting, so much so that it got overwhelming to even see and be able to even respond to everybody that, was able to come through the ad. Them just seeing the videos and everything like that, they were wanting to book immediately, on the spot. And so it was very helpful to, have the help of not having to respond to all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so now, I guess, tell me about the situation that where you were. So I guess in terms of what you've tried before, marketing wise, like what were you doing before?
Um, Before, what I was doing, or really lack thereof, was posting on Instagram, and that was not really working that well. And even mainly what we've relied on in the past was more so word of mouth. People that already come here were referring other people and that kind of thing. People that they meet in the stores and things like that. They'll ask them, who did your hair and that kind of thing, and so they'll refer them back here. But that wasn't moving as fast as we would have liked for it to move. Yeah.
Got it. And so did you like start off with a large following? Were you already a social media influencer or what?
Definitely not. Nowhere close to it. No. No, we weren't even doing what we were supposed to be doing to be able to even bring in any type of clientele. So yeah, no.
Okay. But you feel like the exposure has definitely shifted quite a bit.
Definitely. Yes. It went from 0 to 100 in what, maybe a month and a half or so, a month and a half. It was instant. It was instant.
Cool. And then, so tell me about your interactions with the people. I know it wasn't it wasn't just straight out the gate bookings, everybody's coming in the door. But
Correct.
as as it sounds like you started to figure out the process, did it become easier to get people booked?
Yes, once I kind of figured out a system that worked, it was a lot easier, because at first, we were trying to do like free consultations and things like that, and then people just wouldn't show up. But it seems that, when you put a value, a dollar amount to it, that's when they're more inclined to show up and things like that. But yeah.
Okay. And then your team right now, tell me the size. How many people?
So right now it's myself, Ania, she's been with me for 9 months, and then one other stylist just joined us about 2-3 weeks ago. So she's still in like a training phase, so she's just helping me.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so after the bookings started to come in more, do you feel like it was, in terms of volume, like do you feel like it was any different from what you guys were already doing before in terms of bookings, or what?
Definitely had an increase, for sure. For sure. And like I said before, it was more so on my schedule, and that wasn't necessarily the goal, but I was trying to make sure that the people were accommodated, that we were reaching back out to them, booking the appointment, making that, interaction and things like that. And it overall has been a good experience. Most of the people that have come through have been very, solid clients.
Got it. And so I guess if you would say, so it sounds like the traffic or the volume of bookings kind of changed, but also too, like I imagine it wasn't just from the people who you directly interacted with. I imagine there was more people probably calling the salon. There's probably people who are going through, your normal website, or sending you DMs or commenting, hey, can I get inside of in the door? Tell me about like the difference between, okay, before we were here, and then after the ads started going live, after Focus 417 started doing their thing, this was what was happening. Walk me through it.
Beforehand, we would receive calls and texts here and there outside of our, normal clientele. Calls and texts here and there. Maybe once or twice a week, a new client would, message and reach out and, asking about an appointment, things like that. But after, more so now, how it is, it's constant. It's like every day it's multiples. I almost can't keep up. It's so much. which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. That's what we wanted. So it definitely works. It works.
Now, what's interesting now, do you feel like, okay, so tell me from a revenue perspective, has the
Mhm.
revenue changed at all from, the beginning to when ads started going live? Has
Yes,
it been cost effective, is what I'm asking.
definitely, definitely. I do feel like it did take a while to kind of get the footing, but once it
Mhm.
caught on, for sure. Yes, for
Got
sure.
it.
Hmm.
And so now, I guess if you had to give an approximate, you might not have this like number, but if you do, approximate, okay, this is how many clients we were seeing per
Hmm.
month at this point, and
Hmm.
this is how many we're seeing now
Hmm.
on a month-to-month basis.
Mm, I would say because we've gotten more towards now, I guess, and it's going
Mhm,
on what 2 months or so.
mhm.
Um, I would say weekly we were getting because most of them were consultations, for like future appointments. But I would say even the consultations we were getting, I would say probably within the month, probably doubled, maybe even tripled the amount of consultations that we were getting before.
And then in terms of volume, because I know your channel pops. I mean, it's always active. So like in terms of like
Ah,
volume
yeah,
of inquiries, do you feel
yeah.
like what was the difference between like before and then after?
Before getting before what?
Before, because so your in terms of interaction with the business, I know
Yeah.
we kind of covered this just a little bit, but like for context, just outline exactly what you're talking about here. Because inside of Slack, I know that there's people texting you all day, people emailing back, people trying to figure out this, and that, leads
Yeah.
coming in
Yeah.
the middle of all of this.
Yeah.
So like, tell me about like the day-to-day volume of people.
It's increasing by the day. It's so much that I almost feel like at this point I can't even keep up. It's so many people. I'm looking at them now, and it's maybe like 6 or 7 that haven't even gotten to yet. And like I said before this call, I was already responding to a few. And so it can get overwhelming, but it is good to see that it is a lot of people that are interacting with the post and that resonate with the ad and everything and what it was you know trying to put out there. And so it's been a lot, but it works. I'm here to say it works for sure.
Got it.
Mhm.
So for you, this is question me to you. Because you already know we have a call center. We have people that do like the interaction stuff.
That's
What
yeah.
would be what would if you had to, okay, let's just say we were going to do something to where you were going to be on for another 3 months. What would have to be in place in order for you to say, yep, we'll do that?
What would have to be in place? I guess the what I would be I guess what I would be concerned about would be more so certain responses, I guess, or to certain questions. And I don't know how that would work in that I don't know if you guys would reach out to me to ask me about the specific questions. I'm not sure. And I actually forgot about the fact that you guys had a call center, but that would be very helpful. That would be very helpful actually.
I'm gonna take that on me, the fact that you didn't remember that, because like, that's a big thing.
Uh,
Like, I was like, because the volume of I understand the volume. Like, that's why it's like
yeah.
because I know it gets to a point, it can get to that point where it's like hard to manage the whole thing. That's literally the reason that we like to take that
Yes.
part so that you just get the people.
Exactly. Exactly. And I guess also another thing that would be kind of concerning for me would be how it would work in terms of actually booking them on the booking site, like how
Uh-oh.
that would work.
It glitched for me a little bit, but I believe you asked how would it work with actually booking on the booking site. Oh, here we go.
Not sure what happened there. I think I clicked something. But yes, how would that work with the booking site?
So what we do is essentially when we have, so what do you use? You use Vigaro, use Vigaro. So what we do is you just add us as a staff member inside of Vigaro. And then what we do is when we go through all of the conversation and everything through Go High Level, after they're ready to book and actually confirm that appointment, we just go ahead and throw them directly into Vigaro for whoever the staff member is that you want to book them for. And then you can have them either when it comes to collecting the actual deposit, they can do that on their own through Go High Level. We just set up your Stripe account or your Square account, and we'd have them do that there. Or we can just send them an invoice through Vigaro. But either way, it goes directly to your account. But yeah, it's super simple. I mean, we do the connection so that you don't, in that tier, so that you don't have to be going through Go High Level and trying to figure it out, because we'll just put it straight into Vigaro. So because that's what you're already using. Right. So you're familiar with it.
Yeah. Huh. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm getting to that point to where it's becoming to be a lot.
Okay. So with that, that actually blows my mind that you just said that. Like, but okay. So moving forward here.
Yes.
So it sounds like the salon is definitely seeing the people. It sounds like there's just essentially just an adjustment with the targeting or the messaging. Well, the messaging to attract a little bit of a different clientele so that they can be booked for the other stylists that are working within the salon.
Correct.
Actually, one other question before I go there. In terms of ad spend, do you feel like you had to spend a fortune on ads to make something happen? Or tell me about that a little bit, because I think that's one thing that people don't really understand a whole lot.
In terms of ad spend, I think it was.
What was your daily budget? Tell me that, and then go ahead.
I believe it was set for $30 a day. Yeah, for $30 a day, and that brought on more than enough, for sure. It wasn't too terrible. Especially the way that Facebook deducts it out. I didn't think that they would deduct it out how they do. Like I thought they would literally deduct out $30 a day, but that's not exactly how they do it. I think they do it more of like a batch kind of situation. But it's been good. It's been good in terms of how many people it's bringing in. It's definitely worth it, for sure. Yeah.
Got it. So if you were now, I honestly want you to try tier 2, because you're literally everything that you have said is what I would, because if we had our initial conversation and then you said everything that you're saying now, I would say, oh yeah, you shouldn't be doing tier 1. You should be doing tier 2.
Right. Yeah. And I think also a part of me was kind of naive to the fact of how much this could actually like how many clients this would actually bring. I think I was oblivious to the fact of how many people this could really bring, and it's brought a lot. And then, like I said, it's overwhelmingly brought a lot. And so, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Got it.
Hmm.
Communication. All right, so let's some rapid fire. Communication with the team, good or bad?
Amazing, spectacular, wonderful, fast.
Ad quality. Do you feel like it actually helps you to bring in more clients or not really?
For sure, definitely. Very specific.
Tell me about in terms of complexity. Do you feel like it was just overly complicated, too much stuff? It took too long to get things together, or tell me about that. Yes or no?
Um, Complexity was medium. Once I kind of, got with you guys and got everything situated, how everything's supposed to work, it was a lot easier to navigate.
Got it.
Hmm.
Time period. I guess tell me about timeline now.
Hmm.
How long did it take before you actually started seeing leads, traffic, inquiries, people trying to get booked?
I would say within the first week or so, there were a few. But then as time kind of passed by, um, I would say around the month one, around when it was like the 1 month mark is when I really started to see a difference.
Got it. Got
Hmm.
it. And comparison now.
Hmm.
Do you feel like what you were doing before or what was already happening or what you might have experienced before was better? Be real.
Hmm.
Better, the same, worse, or would you say what was done from Focus 417 was a dramatic difference in terms of marketing than what I've experienced previously?
Definitely better now, for sure, in terms of marketing, because like I said, there was barely any going on really. So definitely a lot better now.
Okay. Now, um, I we've got some stuff that I had to talk about here. So, oh, actually, last question.
Yes.
Would you, let's just make it really contextual here. There's
Hmm.
a salon owner
Hmm.
right now,
Yep.
and they have a team.
Hmm.
And right now, they've been posting on social media, they've been doing their thing, but when they get busy, they don't have time to post. When they're not busy, they post, they might be getting clientele, and things are going well in that way, but they're trying to grow. What would you say to that particular person, and would you recommend Focus 417?
Yes, I would definitely would recommend, like I said, 1,000% for sure, because the ads are so specific to what it is that you're trying to get done. And it does attract the clientele that you are wanting to get, through the ads and everything like that. But definitely get this for sure. For sure.